Hello, and welcome back to the studio. yeah. You guys got a cute little appearance from Mr. Butters there. Wow, what an intro. I thought for a second, I'm like, oh my god, I wasn't recording the whole thing, but I usually don't record right away. So it's okay. Things are going according to plan. I don't know why I hold the mic when I do that. Anyways, y'all know the drill. Outfit of the day. This is what we're wearing. Got the jeans. You guys have seen me in these jeans before. They're like just cute little jeanie jeans. And then this, I thrifted. Well, these are from Old Navy, I believe. Yeah. And then this is a cute little top that I thrifted that I don't know where it's originally from. And the makeup is the makeup as usual. Also, if you're wondering why the lighting looks better than it did before the break, it's because I'm finally using my ring light. I don't know why I just never did. I think it was like for the mood. But like, girl, why are you uploading in 4K if it's not even in 4K? Anyways, okay. Let's get this episode started, baby. I'm riled up. Okay. Hello, chicken nuggets. Let's get started on today's episode. Let me get comfortable. It's not gonna be flattering for my little tummy, but it's fine. The toes around. I think I look cute, right? I think I look so cute. Okay, we got weird there. Hi guys. I missed ya. I mean, you saw me last week now that we're like doing it consistently. But the real ones know. She records multiples in a day. What should I say that? Is that like ruining the magic for you guys? Boo-hoo. No, I'm totally kidding. It's a whole new day. I just have the exact same setup in every single inch because I took pictures and I'm such a great set designer. I'm totally not filming an episode right after the other. I'm looking at my phone because notes. We're making notes again. If you didn't catch last week's episode, every time I go on a break, I come back a little bit better than ever. And I make small little tweaks. Sometimes when I do take a break, it's like a whole new season. Oh my god, Rue is here. Hi, Rue. He's making an appearance. He's a sweet little baby. Hi, honey. His name is Hobbs, but we call him Rue. Right, Rue? He's the sweetest. Like, y'all know I love Butters. But Rue is just, he melts your heart. Like, it takes a while to get there, but he just, sweetest cat in the world, I swear. Azzy's like super sweet. Aslan, the third cat, he's super sweet, but he's very independent. So like he'll come up to you in the beginning, like he'll want little belly rubs. I know, a cat that wants belly rubs, insane. But yeah, they do. They all Butters sometimes. You can only pet his belly for like 2 seconds before he wants to attack your hand. Hit boundaries, I get it, you know. But Mr. Hobbs here is just the sweetest. Oh, look at him on the on-air button. Yeah, we're on air, honey. Yeah. Butters is just like across the room right now, staring at Hobbs. Yeah. What a jealous little boy. Speaking of jealousy, I want to talk about this very specific topic today Because last night I watched a little movie called Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves, and I went through a lot of emotions. At first, I'm like, oh, well, this is, hello, spoilers, okay? If you haven't watched the movie, maybe don't listen to this episode. But I'll try not to spoil too much, because if you haven't watched it, I still want you to, like, feel the magic of it, of all the horrible emotions that you'll go through. Or maybe just me. Yeah, it's basically about cheating and revenge, and at first you're like, oh, what a good guy, like such a family man, so in love with his wife and family. And I think that's the precipice of it all. Oh my god, I think something's gonna fall. Rue? No. No. Okay, guys, hold on. Before they literally ruin the set. No, get down. Get down. Oh. Yeah, there goes almost my ring light. Cats, you gotta love them. Okay. Sorry about that. You never know with cats. They just love to explore and destroy. Although he hasn't destroyed anything yet. Anyways, where was I at? Right. This movie. And at first you're like, whoa, what a good man. Such good morals. And then, obviously, spoiler alert, he ends up cheating with these two girls who end up seducing him, sucking his pee-pee, and he gives in because he's... I freaking hate people. Like, do you not? I get that it's a movie, but at the end of the day, it is such a reflection on human nature. Like, do you not have enough morals to not say no? Like, if you're really in love with your family, if you really genuinely love and care for them so much, you've put in so much freaking effort, why are you cheating? Like, why are you just gonna give in? Like, I get it. Two pretty girls are seducing you, talking about sex, getting you all horned up. Like, I get it. It's in our human nature to want and to desire. I absolutely get it. But that just shows me that you have zero self-control and you are the lowest vibrating human being ever. Like, ew. Ew, your aura stinks, boo. Like, it freaking stinks. Like, oh, I hate that it was Keanu Reeves. Like, I love Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is just like a sweetheart, you know? Have not met him, but heard many great things about that man. And I think casting him in that role was kind of perfect, because who else would we sympathize for? You know, like, put on Brad Pitt. Ew, hate him. Like, obviously a handsome man. But, like, you would just end up hating him in the movie, which a lot of people still do. And I think that movie really made people mad at Keanu Reeves. But movies are supposed to evoke emotion. Like, that's definitely the point of the movie. But that just evoked such a deep wound within me that I'm just like, what the actual F? Like, what is going on? Because I'm not here for it. Like, I just, ew. It just doesn't sit right with me. Like, why would you do that to someone? Why would you cheat on someone? Like, that diminishes their self-esteem. Like, you don't, like, if maybe you've been cheated on and you know exactly how this feels, but you just feel so freaking worthless, so not good enough. And I get that that's something like you can work on, obviously, but it takes time. You could be the most confident person in the room, and the minute that you feel that your partner is cheating on you, and you have a monogamous relationship, it just, it crumbles you. Obviously, like, it's not easy to build back up, but it can be built back up. But that trust with that person, out the window. Let me tell you right now, if you're my future husband watching this, you're probably not. But if you happen to be so doing this, just know the minute that happens, I'm out. There are no feelings. Like, sure, I'll cry about it maybe a week after. But for the time being, it's like, ew, get the away from me. The one and only time I will swear on today's episode. Well, let's see. This is a topic I'm super passionate about, and I'm surprised I haven't really talked about it. I mean, I've mentioned it here and there, but why do people cheat? Like, why are you cheating? Like, ugh. And sorry if I seem a little like condescending, but it's just like, why are you doing that to someone? Like, I hope you get cheated on if you cheat. And I hope it's with someone you absolutely love. Like, and I'm talking to the people who do cheat without consequences and think like, haha, I'm just doing me. This is just a boost for my ego. Like, I hope you get it bad. Like, I usually don't say that, but when it comes to cheating, like, it's just, I can't get behind it. I just cannot. Like, non-monogamy relationships. I thought before I was in one, well, not that I was openly in one, it was like my partner was in one. Like, he was non-monogamous, and we never actually discussed, like, is this a monogamous relationship? We just discussed this is a relationship. Literally just that. Just that simple sentence. So I wouldn't even classify him as like a boyfriend. It was a relationship. We were on two different pages. I wanted something more. He wanted more women. So yeah, it's the worst feeling ever. And not that I regret it, because it's made me really stand up for myself and have even higher standards, which make it impossible to date. Because nobody is good enough. Everyone is trash to me, literally. Like, the hottest guy can walk in, and like the simplest little thing can set me off. Like, whether that be his mindset. Actually, that's a huge thing. If you have a shitty mindset, ew, you're unattractive as shit. Like, ew. But it's just, I don't know. Like, I really honestly honor someone with morals and like if you don't have morals, I just think of you as like a teenager. Like, you just haven't grown up. Like, you just haven't learned life enough. You haven't lived enough. You haven't gone through really bad things enough in order to be like, you know what, maybe let me look at this in a bigger picture right now. What do I truly want for myself? What does happiness mean? And what are the consequences? Like, if you can't think about the consequences, you're weak. You are so weak. And I want nothing to do with you. Like, ew. No. You decided to throw it all away just for, what, 3 minutes of pleasure? Like, you're so pathetic. So pathetic. And sure, sex is fun. Sex is great. But sex isn't that great when it's with someone you barely have a connection with. You threw it all away for that. Trash. You are literally trash. Point blank. And again, these are my opinions. You don't have to agree with me. This is my podcast. You could just click away or leave a nasty comment. I really don't care. It's so low vibrational. Like, the energy, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting everyone involved. And like, again, the consequences, like, are you not developed enough to realize that there are consequences to every single action you take? Like, did you just stunt your growth at the age of 14 and was like, yeah, let me just fuck around and find out? Like, are you stupid? Like, you're genuinely the stupidest human being on this planet Earth. Sorry. That's just how I see cheaters. Like, I really do. I just think you're so ew. Like, ew. Who the fuck wants to hang with you? Like, ew. Like, oh. It's so disgusting. And the saddest thing is, like, okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Human bodies are art. There are many gorgeous humans out there. looking at other human beings is not cheating because we're gorgeous. Why wouldn't you look at us, you know? Especially women. Oh my God, the amount of women that I even check out. Like, I'm pretty sure I check out more women than I do men. One, men aren't that cute. Let's be honest here. Some of them, sure. But most of them, they lack in every single department. So, the thing is, I look at the soul first. Like, I'm gonna read your energy the minute I meet you. And I'll know instantly if you're a good person or not. Like, if you have that moral compass, if you have a good head on your shoulders. So, and then you talk a little bit more, and then I get to know you a little bit more, and I'm like, yeah, I picked up on that. So, yeah, it just, and that, I hate to say it, but it just kind of ruins dating for me, because every time I go out and like I'm feeling myself, I'm looking cute, I'm a cute girl. Many people might not think so. Many people might think so. Honestly, I don't care. I feel confident enough to go out and do something, then that's all I really truly care about. And the sad thing is that, like, I see people in relationships, in legitimately committed relationships, turn their heads and sometimes go as far as like flirting or going out of their way to get my attention. And that's why I'm not in a rush to get into a relationship. Because I'm like, there are way too many humans out there like that, especially men. Like, what? Ew. Why? Why? Who the fuck in their right mind would do that? Like, seeing the truth of human beings and like being able to live with that truth, like it doesn't correlate here. Like, I just can't. And it hits a deep wound. Like, I've been cheated on. So it's just like, well, is it cheating if he was kind of open about it? Not really. He didn't talk about it. But again, non-monogamous. I don't know. It's complicated. And it hurts. Either way, if it hurts, it's the worst feeling. And even just being left for someone else. And I get it. We don't own anyone, If someone at one point is like, you know what, like I'm in a relationship and they're like, you know what, like I actually don't think this is working out and I want to move on. I've met someone else. I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the truth, because when you have the truth, then it's like, it's just the truth. There's nothing to really hold on to. There's no resentment in a way. It's like the truth is out there. Sure, you have to work on your own emotions at that point. It's like, oh shit, that brought up so many insecurities. Let me kind of work on myself a bit. Let me like talk myself through this. Let me journal. Let me like see what the I can do to make myself feel better. But to be cheated on and to continue to put up this false facade just for the point of it, like just to keep the peace, really, is just like, ew. It's diabolical. It's weird. It's disgusting. And I'm so glad the ending of that movie happened the way that it did. Like, yes, I hope every cheater gets exposed. I hope it ends your absolute life, your career. Like, I'm sorry, but you deserve the death penalty. Like, ew. Like, it's just as bad as murdering someone to me, because you murdered someone's soul in a way. Like, how could you do that? How could you genuinely cheat on someone you absolutely love? To me, you don't love that person. You really don't. You just like having them around. They do something to your ego or whatever else your sadistic mind thinks. But yeah, things like this and experiences that I've been through and like heard are the reason why I'm just, every time I'm just like, why am I here on Earth again? I don't resonate with any of these fools. Like, ew. Like, I just, like, it really honestly boggles my mind. Like, and I've talked about this on the podcast before. Like, I have a hard time fitting in here on Earth. Like, I know I'm not from here. Like, I know I should have never been placed here, is what I'm saying. It just, I really do have a hard time here. Like, it's just, nobody gets it. Nobody sees the truth. Nobody fucking understands. And nobody, like, sees the consequences. And by I mean nobody. I'm sure there's literally 1% of the population that do. But, like, 1%? 1% is nothing. You know? And, like, crossing paths with another person within that 1% is so unlikely. It's not impossible, but it's so unlikely. I mean, 1% of 7 billion is still a lot, but still, it's just, and who knows at what age they'll be at, and like if they're close to their deathbed or just being born, you know? Like, you just don't know. And I guess that's life's journey, right? Like, you go out there and find out and try to find those types of people. But yeah, I've always had a hard time connecting with other people because nobody really gets it. Like, nobody understands it. Like, this is a game, literally a game of life. You either know how to play it or you don't. There are consequences to every single action, and it all comes back to you, good or bad. And it goes down from absolutely everything to the things that we talk about, the things that we think about, and the things that we do. That is how it's calculated. Think of it like a point system. Have you ever watched The Good Life? Or is it The Good Life? The Good Place. It's all a point system. Well, think of it like that in a way. It's not genuinely a point system. It's a lot more curated than that. It's beyond what we can fathom, but very similar, not too far off. Why do you think karma exists? Why do you think karma understands our intentions? Because that's what it is. Thinking, doing, and talking are all intentions. So karma will pick up on that, and you'll get it tenfold. Whether that be in this lifetime, in another lifetime, you just don't know. So, like, why not just cultivate a great inner world to the point where, like, you know you're free from that? Well, free from any negative. Obviously, you're still going to be a human being with challenges, or else what's the point of coming into this simulation if you're not gonna, you know? Like, that's kind of the point. Our soul are here to grow. And if you're just being a lifeless blob, going around, cheating around, doing whatever the you want to do, babes, just know you're gonna keep coming back. Like, good luck. Sayonara. Like, goodbye. What? Like, I don't, like, it's true what they say. Once you've woken up, you wake up. Like, you can't go back to sleep from the truth. You just simply cannot. And yes, I'm so woke. Like, I say that as a joke, but it's so freaking true. Like, and I'm trying to find people like that. They're freaking rare, let me tell you. And when you think you found someone, you haven't. You definitely have not. Because some people mask themselves as like, oh, like all-knowing, woke, and whatever, with like putting on this persona, like either like super spiritual. But I found that that's not the case. That is not the case at all. Sure, you can have like a bit of spirituality in you, but if that's your whole personality, you're definitely not the type that I want to be around. Sorry. Like, no. Where are your true morals at? What do you really truly believe in? Like, what are your core values? What drives you on this planet Earth? Like, what is your purpose? Because once you know that, then, oh yeah, babes, we'll get along great. Let's see if we'll actually get into a relationship, though. That, I'm gonna need maybe like 3 more years to figure that shit out. Then we could start talking. Because, no. Humans just are so easy to hurt other humans. It's insane. Like, it actually is. And hey, I'm not saying I'm a freaking saint, because I am far from that. I'm still learning. That's why I'm here. Well, I kind of just answered my own question there, why I'm here. But that's literally why I'm here. Like, my soul's obviously not reached a point where it's like, I was about to say angel status, but I don't know. I don't think I want to be an angel. Like, or maybe I do. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what my soul truly wants deep down, other than just peace and love. Literally. That is it. It's as simple as that. But yeah, it's hard. It feels very lonely. And because, like, usually men are the ones that have that, I guess, stereotype of being cheaters. Women too. I know so many more women who have cheated than men, and it's surprising. Like, well, some people not really. You could tell. No offense, but other people, you're just like, whoa. Like, I swear you loved your man, and you went and kissed him for some man who looks like a friggin' ogre. That's wild. Or you actually just hooked up with that guy because he's cute and ruined your relationship. Like, you're so stupid. I love you, but you're stupid. Like, I'm sorry. There's just, again, my own opinions, like, I'm sure in their own head they don't see it as a bad thing. But I always take myself out of absolutely every single situation and see absolutely every single consequence to that. So to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, you don't respect yourself, you don't respect your relationship, you're just a blob. Like, it's just very apparent. It's like, okay, when, like, you're talking to a psychologist or a therapist, and they have to get you to kind of come into terms with that situation. They can't straight up tell you, dude, therapy would be so cheap if therapists were actually honest. Because they would tell you right away, like, no, that's a bad situation. What you're doing right now is self-sabotage. But why are they going to waste their time saying that? They're going to make money off of you and get you to slowly come into terms that you're the problem. Like, straight up. That's how they make their money. And it's a smart tactic, because if you tell someone what to do, they're not going to do it. That didn't come from them. They have to go through absolutely every single situation that you've probably already been through or learned about or have seen and observed. That's why you're able to tell them what the truth is, because they cannot see the truth. They're in the situation. If they don't come up with that idea themselves, they won't do it. So that's why sometimes I even, like, try to ask my friends certain questions, because I'm like, if I tell you, it's gonna go one ear out the other. Like, you will not listen to me. You do not give a fuck. I see exactly what's gonna play out right here. I've seen it in many other people. I've seen it in myself. It's a pattern. We're human beings. It's called psychology. Like, pick up a book and you'll see. Like, it's very apparent. It's very there. But if you're blinded, if you're in the situation, and obviously, like, you don't see it. And again, myself too, I've been in situations where I'm like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I love him. Yup. Yes. How you doing now? So, yeah, it's a funny thing called life. And you learn, and I've honestly been learning to be a lot more patient. And I've definitely talked about this, like, even a few months ago. I've just been trying to be so much more patient with other people, because obviously people haven't experienced the things that I've experienced, and I've gone through really shitty things at a really young age that has made me stronger. So therefore I'm not like, wah, boo-hoo, my life, no. I am who I am because of that. Because I decided to learn from it instead of repeating cycles over and over again. Like, that was driving me absolutely insane. Like, why am I going to redo this with a different person in a human form? You know, like, why? It's the same fucking lesson. You either learn it or you don't. You learn it or you repeat it. It's literally physics at this point. It's not physics, but like, you know what I mean. It's science, babes. It's science. What I love the most, science and spirituality. Like, once you learn the two, you're just like, oh, I get it. I get life. It makes all sense now. Like an object moving, like when you're trying to do something, like when you get up first thing in the morning and then do something right after, you're able to continue to do it. So an object in moving will continue to move with less resistance. Physics. On the spirituality side of things, you're waking up, you're doing things for yourself, you're feeling good, and you're going to continue to do that. That's a cycle that you've created for yourself, and now it's a non-stop cycle. And you're doing great, and you're doing amazing, sweetie. You know, like, it's they really go hand in hand. And that's why I have such a huge set of morals and this, like, moral compass that I live by. Because it's not just spirituality based, it's fact based. I've read enough books, I've read enough self-help books to the point where it can literally send me to an asylum. To the point where I'm like, I can't unsee the truth. I can't unsee it. It's just there. And it's really hard to connect with people who haven't gone through certain experiences or who haven't at least observed these experiences. So, yeah, being very self-aware is great, but very, very, very shitty in a time like this. Because Jesus Christ, Savior, save me. Like, oh my gosh. And it's sad because, like, I love living on this planet Earth. I love the experiences that come with it. It's just the humans that ruin it for me. You know, like, ugh. Why do they have to have such a low IQ and stick their dick into something wet just for the pleasure of it? Like, ugh, you ruin the experience for all of us. Like, it's just, ew. And I get it. Maybe it's just to, like, learn. And maybe it's to, like, be okay with knowing that, like, you don't need that person. And clearly that person isn't meant for you. And clearly you need to walk away. Because staying behind is you not setting up boundaries. And you allowing that cycle to continue over and over and over again. So if someone treats you like that, or cheats on you, or does anything in that sense, you leave them behind because you deserve better. Sure, there might not be better out in this world. You might just be alone forever, which I have 1000% have come to terms with, that I'm just, like, not ever gonna meet anyone decent. Because I am one of those people that believe every man cheats. I think every human cheats. Well, except for me. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm sure there might be, like, 3 other human beings on this planet that don't. And I would love to meet one of those 3. But, like, that's a f***ing joke, you know? Like, no. Like, I don't know. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to actually meet someone and see that their morals really line with mine, and they understand consequences. They understand karma. They understand hurting another human being. They have that empathy. And, yeah, would love to meet someone, obviously, but till then, I will have my guard up. Absolutely. ew. Why would I let my guard down? Like, if I think you're good enough, sure. We'll start bringing it down. But the minute I see you mess up, goodbye. But, like, that's how I've stayed happy and protected myself. Because if you don't protect yourself, who's going to protect you? You think that man that you just met is going to protect you, is going to care about you? No, babes. I'm honestly just being so, like, I guess stereotypical right now, just saying men. But that person that you meet, because, like, we accept anything and everything here on this podcast. I'm just using men as a reference because that's been my experience. But if you see that person, like, you just met them, why would you expect them to go out of their way to not hurt you? You don't know them. Why would they owe you that? That's why you slowly get to know someone. You become friends. You really get to know who they are. And then y'all start around and find out. Like, in this day and age, like, dating is just so fucking stupid. Everyone just sleeps together, gets emotions. Well, it's usually always the feminine energy that gets clinged in. That gets latched on, and it's just like, ooh, feelings. And the masculine energy is like, yeah, I've got shit to do, bye. Like, ew. And then people wonder why I'm not in a rush to get into the dating game. I've been in the dating game. I've been in the dating game since the age of 16. That's when I downloaded Tinder. I lied. I said I was 18. So now my age says that I'm a year older than I actually am. Because, like, I kept switching back, and then you can't switch back after 3 times or something like that. At least that was the rules when back in the days. And I'm still on there. Like, last night I was having a few conversations with some guys, but no one that piqued my interest. That I'm like, ooh, you're a big walking green flag. Like, you seem like you've got some good shit going on for you, dude. And I don't mean, like, you have to have a perfect life. You have to be this billionaire. Because that's kind of a red flag. Like, why are you on Tinder? If you're a billionaire, like, that's just weird to me. But I don't know. And I still believe in meeting people in person and getting to know them, having that connection. Again, guys, like, it's just me and my own opinions. You don't have to agree with me. Like, we are allowed to have different opinions. Not that long ago, actually, I was on Instagram and I was talking about something. Oh, okay. So maybe about like a month ago, it was the anniversary date, well, death anniversary / birthday of this girl who I used to be close with growing up, and she took her own life. And she's the one that actually, like, inspired me to make that video about, like, not killing yourself, because obviously there are, again, consequences to that. You don't just get to just off yourself and you think, I don't have to do this again. If you understand, you'll know that you're going to have to relive everything absolutely all over again. Whether that be in this simulation or a different one. Your soul needs to go through that. And your soul needs to go through the exact same thing. Like, every single experience that you have experienced, your soul will have to go through it for you to, again, get past the depression, the I want to kill myself, and actually killing yourself. Like, your soul needs to surpass that in order for you to surpass this lifetime. So, it's just, like, it just needs to happen. Don't ask me how I know. Actually, there are many evidence of that. Don't ask me to pull it up. I ain't that bitch. Like, I'm not gonna pull it up for you. I just sit here and talk. That's all I do. This is my job. I'm kidding. I hope I inspire someone. Like, I hope, I'm trying to do good in this world. There's enough bad. I'm trying to do something good. I'm trying to inspire some good grace in someone, you know? So, or like even just trying to find my tribe. I've said this ever since the beginning. Like I literally started this to try to find my tribe, try to find my people. So, yeah. C'est la vie. It's funny, I wrote in the conclusion here, I'm like, I'm gonna have to stay single for the rest of my life because if Keanu Reeves cheated, every man on this planet would. And yeah, I'm still kind of feel like that's true. Even though it was just a movie and even though he was just acting, great casting on that because that was ouchy. It's just, yeah, I don't know. And maybe that's something that I need to kind of, what's it called? Come into terms with. That absolutely every human being is shit. And c'est la vie, baby. This is life. You're gonna have to get used to it. Like, maybe that's my soul's purpose, is to realize that. Who knows? I really hope it's not, because I really do romanticize a better life for myself. And that does include having certain people around in my circle and having certain types of morals and being on a certain type of hierarchy, you know? I do see myself as some sort of like, not like royalty as in like bow down to me bitches, but definitely of like a more ethereal type of royalty in a way. Like, I know my heart, I know my intentions, and I want to attract people just like that, you know? Like, I obviously know I can't be the only human being out there who thinks this way, you know? I just know it. Deep down, I know it. Like, there's obviously more people who are cut from the same cloth, aka come from the same planet. The same freaking place. I know y'all are down here. Can y'all like just come into my life already? Because it's getting really boring with these fools. Straight up. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's see where my head's at. Let's see if like I really do hope though, like one day I can look back at this video and be like, wow, like I was so wrong. Like there actually are so many great men out there and people who won't cheat. So many people with like an amazing heart, you know? I probably haven't met them yet. I'm probably not where I need to be to meet those types of people yet. Like, I'm this is a wild reference, but like Oprah Winfrey, like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm not nowhere near, like, I'm not in a place in my life where I can sit at a table with Oprah Winfrey and be friends with her. You know what I mean? Like, that's someone who, like, you can see, like, I mean, if you're, if you're intuitive or psychic, like, you can see her aura, and it's just very pure. It's filled with warmth. It's very light and bright. So, yeah, like, where am I? Like, I'm not where I need to be in order to sit with people like that. In order to be with those types of leaders, those types of sharks. Those ethereal sharks. But one day I will. And one day I will be able to look back on this and be like, wow. You know? It's all about the growth. It's what we're all here for on this podcast. But also like a splash and a dash of chaos. Because what would life be if it was just about the grind? Boring, you know? So, I take every situation, every experience with so much love, even if it does have nothing to do with love, and it's just a very negative experience. I turn it into love. I turn it into something very positive. So, yeah, that's what I did after watching that movie. I'm like, you know what? This is great content. I have not talked about cheating. Like, fully sat down and talked about cheating and, like, the consequences of it. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. For sure. Who would I be if I wasn't? But, yeah. Turned it into something positive. Turned it into an episode where I talk about my viewpoints, and I'm not trying to change yours, but if you get inspired, that's one extra aura point for me, baby. I love that that's a thing now, like aura points. Like, that's so funny. Like, that, oh my god, that's exactly what it is. Remember I was talking about like the point system? That's exactly what it is. If you understand aura points, if you don't, just honestly look up a TikTok, put in aura points, and you'll understand. People just say like, oh, if you do good things, you get an aura point. If you do bad things, you get less of an aura point. And that's exactly what it is. It's really as simple as that. It's just like grading someone. It's a little bit more complicated in the big sense of it all, you know, like in the big picture. Obviously, it's something we cannot fathom, but it's there. We get it. We do. We're all, deep down, we're all intuitive. It's either you tapped in or you don't. So, yeah. Tap in, bitches. Anyways, guys, I love you. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. I'm like wondering if I have it in me to like do another episode, or if I should just start editing, or if I should cook myself some food. All great questions. Stay tuned. Just kidding. I'll probably forget to let you know. Anyways, you probably don't care. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Love you. Mwah. Mwah. And mwah. Ciao, ciao. Oh. Oh. My hand cramps up. Oh. He. Another great episode. Hello, guys. Coming in close. Take your kiss where you want to. You already know the drill. I love you.